Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is Prime Weekly Series Season 3 PUBG Mobile Tournament, and here we are with match number 1. It's time for Erangel. And here we go. The flight path initiating from the northern regions of Lipovka, finishing off towards the northern region of Primorsk, favoring the central regions of Erangel map. And obviously, it will be difficult for teams to head towards the northern regions of Erangel map. To head towards 70 will be a very tough job. Same goes with Sosnoka military base as well. So we might see a lot of teams fighting in the central regions of Erangel. For now, Team 17, they're heading towards Lipovka. Along with them, I guess that's Team 8, who is trying to hit towards Lipovka as well. So Guffx Old School, that's their primary drop location. And even Team QRX, they're heading towards Lipovka. So it's going to be an early drop clash between these two teams. And it will surely be an epic fight. Mikasa isn't playing for OSG. So without Mikasa, Team OSG, I've seen them falling a lot of times. Let's see what they can do now. QRX Esports, they have dropped in their own zone, their own area in Lipovka. Same goes with OSG as well. But I've seen a lot of times, whichever team drops in the northern regions of Lipovka, they usually struggle because that's a small area where Team OSG is looting right now. Whichever team drops in this particular area, they end up losing the drop clash. So Team OSG, I mean, high probabilities of them losing this drop clash. But how many teams are here in Pachinki? My goodness. Genesis Entity, they are present. Team Dangerous, as always, they are present here in Pachinki too. Pain Africa, they will always be seen in Pachinki no matter what. Robbie gets knocked out too. Teddy, last player surviving for Team Dangerous. And maybe Teddy will run for his life. Even Team K4W present here in Pachinki. So this was a battle between 5 teams, and now just 4 teams are remaining, I guess. Nido trying to go for that grenade. Venomix is his target. Pain Africa maintaining such a huge split. And I guess the last game yesterday, Pain Africa, they did a great job. Venomix knocked out a player. His Zeta got knocked out. Nido immediately retaliating. Venomix gets knocked out. And maybe the flush will come in too. Pain Africa about to face their first casualty. Wait a second, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, Pain Africa, down to 3 players. They face their first casualty again. A early setback for them. And this is a kind of thing which we see most of the times on accounts of Pain Africa. Whenever they are fighting in Pachinki, any team they fight, they end up losing players in the initial stages. Team Dangerous, they're eliminated on 25th position. They'll become the first team to get eliminated from this game. What about Team OST? Did they start fighting in Lipovka? Not yet. Both the teams playing very much passively. In Yasnaya Poliana, it's God Esports. And who are they fighting is a question for now. That's SCP Esports versus God Esports happening in Yasnaya Poliana. But both the teams looting their own areas. So maybe it's difficult to call this fight for now. Steps in, knocking down Team and Genesis Entity in pressure for now. And maybe Pain Africa, they'll do the third party. So Genesis Entity is a team who will suffer from that. Grenade by player of Team GE. Pain Africa, they headed towards the safe zone but ended up meeting another team. So Pain Africa, they wanted to back off from a fight, but instead they met our team. And Lazarus is the last man standing for our team. Wow. Pain Africa outsmarted our team here completely. And El Tazar heading towards the squad house, cannot run a lot. He wants to run away from this fight, but he cannot run much. So the maximum distance has been maintained from Pain Africa. 3 eliminations for Pain Africa. They weren't expecting these. 4KD Esports in Mansion. They can clearly see God Esports rotating, but not interested to maybe deal those shots and initiate this fight. Team ETN, they are in the western city of Georgiapur. Altazar will be taken down and team outgame. They're eliminated from this game. Team out team. They're eliminated on 20th position. I'm sorry, I said out game, but out team. They're eliminated on 20th position. So now 19 teams and a total amount of 70 players alive. ETN, the passive strategy from their side. Is there any team around them? No, for now, there's no team around them. But Mystic East goes, they get into the advantage situation, Leo Boy, with their holographic side. But that was a brilliant spray. Major connections. QRX Esports, they are moving quite closely. So Mystic Esports, they have a threat of being stabbed in their back, and that's what happened with 6CO. He gets knocked out by Scary Leo Boy. Maybe the back tire of the vehicle has been punctured, that's why it's uncontrollable. But no, Leo Boy still driving it skillfully. And immediately Mystic Esports, they run out of that fight. They lose Sexy OG. Bola trying to chase down God Esports. Already a player has been knocked out. Mystic Esports trying to bring in the flush and get the first elimination for them. And Mystic Esports directly heading towards God Esports. God Esports ends up securing the high ground advantage for them, and now they can clearly see the nearby areas. And Mystic Esports, now they'll choose to disengage from that fight, which is a good decision in my opinion, because already they are down to 2 players. Fighting a 4-player strong team won't be easy, and you should not bring in your ego. Maybe now, if it's against your ego, holding and playing passive, I don't think that's against the ego. I mean, most of the times I've seen them playing very much aggressive. I don't see them playing passive. God Esports, they like... No, I'm sorry, I'm talking about Mystic Esports. Yeah, Mystic Esports, usually they like playing aggressive. But this is the moment where now you have to understand that playing aggressive is not an option. Player 2 gets knocked out too. 4KD Esports, Cage is the last man standing. And look at him, what vehicle he has right now to move. Bonnie gets knocked out on the other end. OSG Esports versus 4KD happening. Cage will find some connections. Nightmare jumps out of the vehicle, switches onto that PP19 Bazine. Cage knocks down Nightmare 2. Now Chill Guy is the last man standing. But the problem with Cage is he doesn't have much healing, and Chill Guy takes him down. OSG wins this fight, but they've lost 2 of their players. They don't even have enough amount of healing, so I guess they can lose more here. Pain Africa on the other end. Again, they were into action, and Borny now, this time. Borny gets flushed out. So Pain Africa, unfortunately, they are just down to 2 players. Ammo and Ijazo. It's the 2 array of hope surviving. Circle moves for a northwestern shift, ladies and gentlemen. Pachinki's western areas are deep inside the circle, mainly Gatka regions are present inside the circle. Far away from the circle right now is Team TBSS. When will they start moving? Because all the teams are playing finishes oriented or eliminations oriented, but Team TBSS on the other end, they're playing so much passively, so much cautiously, and they got the whole Nova Rep Noi to loot, and still I guess they didn't collect enough amount of loot for themselves. I feel like they should start moving towards the circle. They have enough amount of vehicles. But the problem is healings. And Danzo has no first aid. Even we saw Team OSC had no first aids. Team 4KD, they got eliminated from this game. Even they didn't have much first aids. They didn't have much loot with them. So loot is the main problem of this game. Some teams are there who are kind of unlucky. Inferno Esports. They got their eyes on Team 22 Esports. Snox scouting there. And 22 Esports, they're playing with 3 players. Kaylee? Kaylee switching sides and now becoming a part of Team 22 Esports instead of Team Dangerous. Again, Team GE comes into action. 4 eliminations for Team GE, but sharing one vehicle is a huge red flag, as we all know. I say it always. And just a solo player going ahead and initiating the fight. That's Baba Yaga is going against the whole line of the Esports. Triple P. Oh, wins that 1v1 against Baba Yaga. Brilliant that was. Immediately the flush comes in too. SUB Esports, even they are moving closely. God Esports interferes. The last man surviving for Team GE. And he pulled this clutch. Trying to make connections with the S12K, but that won't really happen. Gino won't fail. Team GE gets eliminated on 18th position. 17 teams, 57 players, and now the western regions of Russia, the western regions of Pachinki, become so much chaotic. The western regions of Pachinki has become very much chaotic. So many amount of teams here present. In Africa, even they are trying to do the third party. God Esports seems like they're trapped in a sandwich situation, because from one side it's Team Not Esports, from the other side it's Pain Africa and Team SCP as well, bordering Team God Esports. But two of the players of SCP has been flushed out. Two of the players of SCP have been flushed out. So Papa now being the last guy standing. PP knocking down Gino. Papa immediately goes for the revival. But now it's just a matter of time. Pain Africa, are they able to spot Papa, who's trying to give that revival right and open? Pain Africa, they're not able to see. Maybe they don't have enough scopes to scout such a long range area. Yeah, they don't have enough scopes to scout such long range areas, maybe. QRX Esports, they are into action. They are taking on 22 Esports. Oh, Kaylee gets knocked out. QRX Esports controlling this fight. And 22 Esports didn't pick up fight against AY's opponent. That was not a wise decision to pick a fight against Team QRX Esports. That was what I meant to say. And elimination will be faced by 22 Esports. They are eliminated on 17th position. 16 teams now and 50 players alive. Stage 2 is about to finish off, and we are about to witness Stage 3 of this Erangel game, which has been so much aggressive by teams till now. Third circle, will it be a centralized shift? Immediately, that's a northeastern shift. And you can access Pachinki too. There is a probability where Circa might eventually head towards Pachinki. Well, we've rarely seen Pachinki finishes, but that rare thing might happen today in this first game of Erangel. In the northern regions, that's Alep Esports is holding. Away from fights, away from chaos, away from drama. Really good compound. Team GC right on the edge of the circle. And the teams present on the edge right now will try to move deep in. K4W again. They're fighting. And Beko will be caught off guard and open. And that's a casualty coming in for Team UP. They're down to 3 now. No eliminations have been secured till now. Team update, that is, ladies and gentlemen. And now they have to play with just 3 players. QRX Esports climbing up that ridge. Same goes with SCP as well. So at a time, maybe Team UP might need to fight 2 teams at a time. Oh. Fall in. Trying to go for the tracing. This is miserable. He gets knocked out. Who was the last man standing? And within a fraction of a second, that's the end. Team QRX Esports, they're on whole another league. But wherever they are going, they're dominating the fight and they are winning it. Here as well. Now 7 eliminations will be secured by QRX Esports. One of the players did get knocked down, but revival will be provided with absolute ease. So it's no need to worry. But SCP Esports, they entered Pachinki. They heard me, I guess. But they didn't enter Pachinki. They're in the western regions of Pachinki. Oh, my bad there. I couldn't see where they actually are. But QRX Esports has secured a brilliant spot inside the circle. Will it be a southern hard shift by the circle, a southeastern shift? Completely favoring Pachinki and the ridge where QRX is present right now. And then the end circle, will it end up ditching Pachinki completely, and will it favor QRX? But if it happens, then nobody can steal this winner chicken dinner from QRX. Absolutely. They are winning this game. They just need circle. And maybe QRX Esports will lose while rotating. Just by gunfire, it's almost like next to impossible to take down QRX now. Because they're executing the fight so well. And if they continue to play like this, until and unless they become overconfident or overexcited and they dig their own grave, I feel like they are invincible. There's no team who can take down QRX based on their gunpower. Based on gunfights. Yeah, third party is a exceptional is an exception. Yeah, third party is an exception. So if you third party them right on time, then maybe you'll be able to take them down. Even for that to happen, they need to face 3 knocks in a fight. Maybe minimum 2 knocks in a fight, and when they'll try to revive their players, then if you go for that slam, and then maybe you'll be able to wipe the existence out of Team QRX. Chilka has been taken down, and Gafexosko now, the last player, Nightmare, is surviving. Again, rotational clashes those were for OSG. Circle moves for a northeastern shift. We were talking about a southeastern, but it moves for a northeastern. So the outer skirts of Ruins and the southern regions of Boatyard are present inside the circle. A few regions of Pachinki as well. So Mystic Esports might not need to move now, but later they'll need to move because the circle won't keep feeding them. QRX Esports, they tried to cut off the rotation. Atto knocking down Hacker. That's too much overcommitting by QRX Esports. But it's entertaining, isn't it? It's not Esports, ladies and gentlemen. Even Tinder now, he's being stabbed in his back. Scary. He's trying to give cover, as much as cover as he can from the back end areas. Rehan as well. He'll go for the grenade right on the ground floor. It's PP inside that shack. And the position of PP has been revealed. Triple P cannot survive much inside that shack. As he spams that SVK, finds some connection there, and he pulls a grenade now. Does Rehan have a grenade? I don't think so. Does Tinder have a grenade? Yes, he does. Hacker's still bleeding out. Triple P. Now he's so much low. Maybe Triple P is trying to find out a player whom he can flush. Right, through the smoke he takes down Scary, and now he'll flush down Scary. Immediately switches on his aim onto Tinder, but that wasn't enough, and he'll be taken down. And that's the end for Team Nord Esports. QRX Esports faced a casualty. But they are not completely eliminated from this game, but they faced a casualty, a setback for them, which will maybe affect their morale. But 8 eliminations. Some of the frags got stolen too, maybe, during this chaos. Team Ray. They were on church areas. They could have done that third party. Why didn't they close it? Ray Phoenix, New Wave. I'm confused. Don't they need eliminations? Don't they want to be the team eliminating QRX Esports? Logic gets knocked out by Unix. Munich. Yep, that's Unix. Team A, see, they were just down to 1 player, and with absolute ace, Team Etienne wins that fight. How many eliminations do they have now? 2 just? But this was the only fight where they went all in, maybe. Jazo, Goat. Out of the circle now here. Circle moves for a southern shift. QRX still present inside the circle. But believe me, now, Ray Phoenix, New Wave, they have higher chances of getting this winner chicken dinner. Right at the center of the circle. It's difficult to push here on this church. They have height advantage too. And they've been guarding the ridge as well. So they've been maintaining the good splits till now. The confidence splits. But maybe they'll need to reunite later or regroup later inside this building of church. Jazo, did he come closer? No, for now. Kenchi, for now trying to block the rotation of TBSs maybe. Mystic Esports, they are present inside the circle. Aero gets knocked out, that's Alep Esports. Well, Alep Esports waited a long time for this moment to come. Finally gonna win it. Yeah, Alep Esports, they're all in a fight. Oh my goodness! Unix came flying like a Superman. And that's the end of Alep Esports. They compromised with their aggression till now. Maybe they're gonna go nuts in the next game. They're gonna play absolutely rush in the upcoming Miramar game. They're not gonna wait. They're not gonna wait in the Miramar game. I know them very well. If they play passive and they tremble, the very next game they are doing the opposite of what they did in the last game where they failed. So in the upcoming game, it's gonna be a quick strategy shift by Team Alep Esports. I believe in them. 10 teams and 29 players are still alive. Circle moves for a southern hardship as we all saw. And within 20 seconds, we'll be witnessing the stage 6 of this game too. Bola will be taken down. K4W continues to get frags for them. 4 eliminations now. Completely relying on Pachinki. K4W, who are they taking on? It's TBS's. Elvana comes in, goes up. Leo boy goes for that Molotov solo player surviving for Mystic Esports. And Mystic Esports playing with less players. So more disadvantage for them. Jazagoat will be finished out because of the blue zone. Pain Africa, they're eliminated from this game. K4W. Just 3 players. I mean, they faced a casualty right in the initial stages. They lost Stepson right in the beginning. But despite of that, I mean, just maintaining the pace of the game, maintaining the numbers till the last fight. That's incredible. So it's been a very long time. K4W has been playing with just 3 players. They haven't faced a casualty after the first error Stepson made. TBS's down to 2. Danzo Albana. 2 array of hope surviving. Leo boy. Well, he's just sitting now. He's just lying there. As he can't do much. Maybe he doesn't have much resources. He doesn't have much grenades. As he gets knocked out. Circle moves for a northern shift. As he gets finished out. That's Nunix getting that frag. 6 eliminations for Team ETN. And now slowly they'll try to fall inside the circle as well. Team GC Esports being stabbed in the back by Team ET. And this is what happens when you don't clear your back and go for early rotation inside the circle. Now Team GC, they ended up in a sandwich situation. Because Team Ray Phoenix, they are baffling those, they are bothering Team GC with those baffling S12K shots. And that's game over for Team GC too. Now Team ETN's Billy, he chooses violence, chooses those grenades as a source of attack on Team Ray Phoenix. Where's Aero? Aero is right now knocked out. Billy is the last man standing and it's the 1-3 fight. Genchi is closing in. That S12K. Billy 1-4 knocks down Genchi. And immediately the flash coming in too. The ammo is over. And now the further fights need to be fought with that Scarrel. That S12K is gone. Billy goes for the grenade. Wiki surviving that grenade. And then he retaliates. And it's game over for Team ETN. They get eliminated on 5th position. It all comes down to 4 teams and 8 players. Tinder gets knocked out. K4W Esports, they're still in this game. You cannot count them out. They're still hanging in. Hennessy gets knocked out. That's game over, I guess, of Team INF. They got eliminated on 4th position. 3 teams, 6 players. And all the 3 teams having 2 players each. Ray Phoenix. Well, they're still present inside the circle. Circle never ditched them. They were always present inside the circle. Even QRX Esports, they are still in this game. 9 eliminations for them too. Well, there came a very long dry phase for QRX, where for a very long time they were not able to convert their knocks into finishes or eliminations. For a very long time, they were not able to secure eliminations. These 9 eliminations out of 9, probably 7 or 8 they secure in the initial stages in the 2nd or 3rd circle. But after that came a very long dry phase where QRX Esports couldn't get much eliminations for them. Tinder goes for the grenade. That's Hinziada right in front of him. And he has 6 grenades right now. The revival is absolutely useless. Don't even go for it. Tinder, oh my god, that's karma for him. QRX gets eliminated on 3rd position. Did Ray Phoenix read the finish feed? They don't really know that K4W is down to 1 player. Call is the last man standing. But now they start closing in. Wiki moving much more closer and trying to stop Team K4W right on the edge. Back-to-back grenades are being attempted, but that grenade is not really able to cover up the range and reach K4W Esports. The revival will be provided to Hinziada, and now 10 eliminations K4W has. Ray Phoenix, they have 11 eliminations. Who will get that winner chicken dinner? Boba Ori again goes for that grenade, and he's been trying those grenades since a very long time, but hasn't made any connection till now. That is unacceptable. Goes for another spray this time. Ball versus Boba Ori. Core gets knocked out. And maybe it's a 1v1. It's a 1v1 between Boba and Hinziada. Who will get this winner chicken dinner for his team? Boba Maybe might prioritize that revival. He is prioritizing that revival. The information has been provided. Grenade by himself, that makes no connection. He moves in closer. Bother. Goes for the pre-fire with that AUG. Finds no connection. And now he checks out that airdrop very smartly. But with that SRK, he'll take down his Zed, and that's the end. K4W. He'll be getting hashtag 2 from this game. And Team Ray Phoenix, 13 finishes, winner, winner, chicken dinner. That's how you dominate when you have the circle advantage. Absolute cinema. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and if yes, make sure to hit that like and the subscribe button. We'll be taking a short break and we'll be right back with match number 2. Till then, like, subscribe. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is Prime Weekly Series Final Season 3 Pubg Mobile Tournament, and now it's time for match number 2. It's time for Miramar. And here we go. Flight path is here initiating from the eastern regions of El Azhar and finishing off towards the western regions of Monte Nuevo, favoring the central regions of Miramar. I mean, it's very much easy to access the central regions, but teams, they like to loot on their primary drop location, so I guess teams are gonna extend a lot, teams are gonna glide a lot, and they're gonna head towards their primary drop location, wherever it is, even if it is on the southern edge of Miramar. Surely teams will try to access their primary drop location. But for now, Team 4KD, maybe they're heading towards Impala. Along with them, it's Team 20 as well, heading towards Impala region. And what's their name? That's Team ASC heading towards Impala. Another team is heading towards Impala, that's Team UP. And maybe Team 6 as well, they're heading towards Impala regions. ALAP Esports, as I said, last game, they played passive, they didn't get results. This game, they're going to play very much aggressive. They're going to go absolutely nuts. First circle is not at all associated with the flight path, so circle favoring the southern regions of Miramar. Chumasera deep inside the circle. Teams might need to move in the initial stages. They have to go for early rotation. Pokeri Hunter finishing Dansko. Pokeri Esports getting the first frag right in the initial stages. ASC Shade will be cooked too. And Team ASC being bothered by two teams at a time. The players didn't even find a weapon. Logic has that UMP45 1v1 against Spofi of ALAP Esports. And his back is completely exposed from back in areas. 4KD Esports might stab him. That's a threat for him. Chris, now he's low. And he's close to being eliminated. He cannot run much. Well, ALAP Esports is not even trying to chase down Crisp. Logic trying to move in closer. Trying to prioritize that 1v1 with Bofi of ALAP Esports. Bofi is just buying time. He doesn't have a good gun combination. He knows that his opponent has a UMP45 and he gets knocked out, but stayed in his teammate's aim or angle so that he doesn't get flushed out. And Bofi gets that revival too. Confirmation will be seen by ALAP Esports. Chris, last man standing for Team ASE. And Team ASC about to get eliminated in the initial stages of this Miramar game. 4KD Esports, they're unbothered. They're just collecting their loot. Just chilling. And at the same time having an eye on ALAP Esports as well. So they're not completely ignoring ALAP Esports. They're keeping an eye. Pain Africa versus TBSs. Here we go. Down to 3. TBSs is. It's a long range fight between TBSs and Pain Africa. How did they end up getting that elimination? That's my question. And Danzo waited so much for the players to sit inside their vehicle. The range was too much long there. And TBSs Esports still with no eliminations. ALAP Esports, are they going to fight Team 4KT or are they going to avoid it? Well, 4KT right now, they're indulged in a fight with Team UP. Team update. Berlin. Got the first elimination. Hunter gets knocked out. So Team update having an advantage in this fight. Now a upper hand. Stage trying to look for that revival. Hunter. He needs to be saved. He is an important asset. As per the perspective of Team 4KT. But now Cage gets knocked out. So tensions rising for 4KT Esports. This game being just like the last game where they got a early elimination. Hunter gets knocked out. Player 2 trying to run back. Player 2 will be flushed out immediately. Korabo. Last player surviving for 4KT. You know what? What's he gonna do? And he can be seen by ALAP Esports. He doesn't even have a helmet vest. That is a problem. That is a huge problem. And now he'll be seen. As I was saying, he can be seen by ALAP Esports, and they saw him. Cobra takes him down, and that's the end of 4KT. A bit unlucky 4KT was being crushed between two teams. ALP Sports and team update. But the war hasn't ended yet. Pain Africa. Long range fight against Team Ray Phoenix. 2 players of Ray Phoenix have been knocked out. Ray Phoenix got a winner chicken in the last game. They need to maintain consistency. Boba tries another grenade. Misses again. Revival has been provided to NMX. Boba tries again. This time on Ishazo. Ishazo survives. Does he have healings? Even Venomix hasn't healed himself. Just bandages won't be enough. Carlos finishing off Hinzada, K4W. Worries for them. Hey, Boba. He steps back. And it's just a matter of time. Pain Africa enters open areas. Wikis is his position revealed. If not, then Pain Africa might get eliminated from this game. And it's a 3v4 battle now. Venomix tried to create that flank angle, but Wikis, a phenomenal tracing there, didn't give Venomix a chance to settle down. Ishazo and Bonnie, the dual ray of hope surviving. And now just Ishazo knocks down a player. It's a 1v1. It's a 1v1. He switches on to that DP28. Pain Africa wins. Wow. That fight was like a roller coaster ride. Pain Africa wins this fight by the barest of margins. And on 18th position, Ray Phoenix gets eliminated. Who would have expected this kind of elimination from Ray Phoenix? I mean, at one point, Ray Phoenix, they got a massive winner chicken in Erangel. But definitely maybe not known for Miramar, Ray Phoenix. They're known for Erangel. So a huge loss for Ray Phoenix. Because this is going to bother them on points table. Whatever hard work they did, it's going to go in vain. This match too. So they need to focus now on the Rondo. They need to prepare themselves for the third Rondo game. Because Rondo can help them out to gain back whatever they had on points table. 16 teams, 58 players are alive. Second circle has been initiated most for a northern shift. A lot of chaos will be seen right on the northern edge of the circle. And K4W, their fighting team, SCP. Robbie gets knocked out by Kaylee, his former teammate. And Kaylee's playing with Team 22 Esports now. So yeah, getting knocked out by your former teammate. That's like a pain in the heart. Team Dangerous down to 2. Yama and Bazooka, who is surviving. The fight continues in San Martin. But maybe now Team Dangerous will choose to step back. But Team Dangerous has an incredible gunpowder too. I've seen them pulling off miracles with the skills they have. Wow, here's that up and down Kaylee. Not a break night. Kaylee will be sent back to the lobby. And now just 2 players surviving for Team 22 Esports. So even they lost their grip on this fight. And maybe now, instead of seeking a retaliation or revenge, they should start moving towards the circle. Give me a minute, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm back. Sorry for the inconvenience. 16 teams, 50 players still alive. And we are about to finish off with stage 2 and start off with stage 3 of this Miramar battle. TBSS moves right at the center of the circle, trying to access the center. But they need to find a compound, and maybe this one would be a better option for them. But one thing is clear, TBSS is playing with absolute patience. They don't want to swim against the tide. They are playing very passive. Last game was pretty much average for them, but I mean, this is their primary strategy of playing passive. I don't think they are much into playing aggressively or getting eliminations, as many eliminations as they can. I don't think so. They like that really much, like other teams do. Graphics old school. Well, they need to get their all lineup back, because Mikasa used to be so much impactful, and now since Mikasa is not there, Graphics old school, they are fading fast. Team Dangerous is Bazooka. Last player surviving for Team Dangerous, 2,200 meters away from the circle, still in San Martin. I don't understand this. I mean, what is Team Bazooka, Team Dangerous still doing in San Martin? They need to move out now. INF Esports, but they are near Los Leones regions. Los Snogs, Mystic Esports, they are into action. Player boy, he has been sent back to the lobby. 6 COG Borla and T2. K4W, Stepson gets knocked out. Uh-oh. Still they're fighting here in Picado. It took so much time, and I feel like K4W, out of desperation, they took initiative of this fight, because SCP has been holding till now. K4W doesn't really hold much. And look at the splits. SCP has maintained such a huge split they have. Axel way back. Just 2 players participating in this fight. Call versus Gluzer, that is. Axel knocks down Nido. What a setup that was by Team SCP. Call going for this 1v1 against Gluzer. And Gluzer shouldn't lose this 1v1 at any cost. Call goes for the grenade. Won't be able to make those valuable connections. Still now, trying to find an angle on his opponents. This time Gluzer. Was it Gluzer? Now Gluzer won't be able to lose his HP. That grenade won't make any connections. And now Call moves in quick. Gluzer takes him down. K4W gets eliminated on 16th position. Just with patience, with absolute patience, Team SCP ended up winning this fight in Picado. And this is the primary drop location of Team K4W. This is like the castle, their own home. And going into their home and finishing them, that's a huge deal. That's a huge accomplishment for SCP. QRX, meanwhile, Scary did get knocked out. Graphics old school, not really interested to close in. They already are deep inside the circle, and I guess they won't go on the edge. Get some eliminations. This game is more than eliminations. This match is more than eliminations. They're already happy with what position they have right now inside the circle. With God Esports, they're taking on Team Pain Africa. And Ishazu got knocked out. Pain Africa has a little ground disadvantage too. They're a bit far away. With God Esports, they're bothering Team Pain Africa with those ruthless grenades, which are right on target. Another grenade goes, and this time both the players are being bothered. Ishazu did get knocked out. Amok so much low. Bonnie. Solo player. Can he turn the tide? Oh, Papa changes the seat. Knocks down Bonnie. And before getting knocked out, Bonnie knocked out a player of Team God Esports. That was Gino, maybe. He got knocked out. Yep. Mystic Esports joins the party. Surprise God Esports. But now God Esports heading towards Pain Africa's ammo. All the grenades. Those grenades affecting God Esports themselves. I mean, that was his teammate's grenade. Maybe that was a machine. Somebody else that went for the grenade. But now Team UP, the step up, gets that one elimination. Miss is knocked out too. Gino gets a revival. But Team Update eliminates Team Pain Africa. Team God Esports, they could have got another elimination, but that didn't happen because Team Update showed up out of nowhere. And God Esports facing a casual team. Mess is out. Hashim didn't even hear his opponent's footstep. Berlin knocking down Machine. Such a clever movement that was by Berlin. Takes on Gino too, but Gino fights back. And God Esports, they eliminate Pain Africa. They eliminate Team Update as well. Team Update gets eliminated on 13th position. Just 12 teams are now alive. And a total amount of 33 players. Circle moves for a start. Western shift to the stage 4. Frosty, Humbling Nightmare. And Frosty was way too quick there. Flushing out Nightmare. Right in front of his teammates' eyes. That's so brutal. Gothic Soul School lose a player here. They face a casualty. They did get a finish. But not losing a player was much more important because in Miramar, in the end stages, you need all your players, all your soldiers alive. That is not what OSG has right now. Bazooka will be taken down. Team 16 gets eliminated. SCP getting a frag. Team Danger's out of this game on 12th position. 11 teams, 30 players. Most of the teams are already inside the circle except Team God Esports, except OSG, except TBS's. And maybe one of the players of TBS's have been knocked out too. They're fighting OSG. Danzo gets knocked out. Albana last man standing. And within a fraction of a second, Albana will get knocked out too. That's elimination for TBS's. They get eliminated on 10th position. PP doing the third party. And one elimination will be secured by Team North as well. In North Esports versus OSG happening on the southeastern edge of the circle. Circle moves for a western hard shift. And now, inside the circle, North Esports, they're not present. OSG disengages from this fight. This fight will cause harm to both these teams. QRX Esports versus North Esports. And OSG moving from the center. Rehan couldn't hold himself. Tried that spray. Ozion bothering Rehan. Headshot connection will be made as well. Moltro will be taken down. And now just down to one player. OSG is. Chill Guy's the last man standing. And still waiting to enter the circle. God Esports meanwhile. Are they out of this game? Yep, God Esports, they've been eliminated. That's heartbreaking. 8 teams now. And a total amount of 21 players alive. QRX 200 meters there away from the circle. What are they waiting for? And they have to go through a lot of teams. Rio Boy gets knocked out. Will Hacker be able to steal that frag? He tried his very best, but won't be able to. And yeah, Team QRX Esports, they have to go through a lot of team. They have to move through a lot of teams. Oh my goodness. As soon as Hacker tried to peek, a wild spray coming right his way, penetrating his helmet as the west. Hacker is so much low there, but he is still alive. Won't get knocked out. And he needs to watch his footsteps. He needs to watch where he's stepping, because if he gets knocked out, then giving revival, I guess that won't be an option here. Because already the blue zone is closing in. QRX Esports, they need to hurry and head towards the circle. This vehicle driving could cost QRX a lot. And now both the players, they've been knocked out. Both the players will be sent back to the lobby. And that's a rotational clash. I mean, happening with the players of the same team. Oh my goodness. That's the most disgusting way anybody could get eliminated. Rotational clashes happening between own teammates, between the teammates. Tinder, last is surviving. Team GE. Baba Yaga is knocked out. Baba Yaga is out of the circuit too. Zema gets knocked out. SCP Esports, down to 2 players they are. There's just 1 player is surviving, that's going to be Axel. And he's on the western edge. Even Team GE is out of the circle. A lot of teams are out of the circle. Just one team on the eastern edge, maybe. There's going to be North Esports. And they are fighting Team 19 right now, which is Team GC. So two teams on the eastern edge, and only one will survive and conquer the circle. So winning this fight is so much crucial for North Esports. And Tim giving his everything in the single fight. G20 on the other end gets knocked out. Is it a head-to-head fight between GE and Mystic Esports? Yes, it was. And GE won that fight. Mystic Esports gets eliminated on 6th position. 10 players and 5 teams are now alive. North Esports, they finally lose their patience. They close in. GC and Tim will be taken down. And North Esports getting their 6th elimination. And maybe they'll be rewarded a good position inside the circle too for their good gameplay. No zone comes into action. North Esports has to press hard on the accelerator and they have to swiftly move towards the circle. Axel, last player surviving for SCP. He's present inside the circle and he is gonna stab GE probably. But Axel will be stabbed in his back. That's Garib of North Esports. And Team SCP gets eliminated on 4th position. 3 teams now, and a total amount of 7 players alive. Kiddo didn't know about Triple P. Emvin Kiran, he has. And that's a lethal weapon, isn't it? Maybe the closing is coming in, the push is coming in. GE knocking down Garib of North Esports. Chill guy, just chilling in a corner. OSG secured a hashtag 3 in this game. But they can get more, because Chill guy is still hanging in. But who must have thought that OSG, after facing casual team the initial stages, they would end up getting the top 2? My goodness. They're going to get hashtag 2 in this game. What if Chill guy pulls out a 1v3 and gets a winner chicken dinner? I've never seen a guy putting out a solo winner chicken dinner till now. But I guess Chill guy can make it happen. Let's see what he has got. Well, Chill guy just crawling inside the circle. And only a few meters he's away. And that's it. He is present now inside the circle. And Chill boy, make it happen. Well, he spots Garib. And he gets that finish. Gets a bonus elimination. Now it's a chance of 1v4. Uh-oh, Chill guy. That's not a good way to start. But he knocks down a player. Jisha gets knocked out. Switches on to the SLK. Triple P is so much low. Switches on to the M416. And finally he'll be taken down. That was a good fight given by Chill guy to Team North Esports. But finally, winner chicken dinner for North Esports with 10 eliminations. And hashtag 2 for OSG with 7 elims. And that's the end of match number 2. That was Miramar for you, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be taking a short break. And we will be right back with match number 3. It's going to be Rondo. It's going to be exciting. Like, subscribe till then. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for Rondo, and here we go. The flight path is here. Well, not one, but two flight paths initiating. One is initiating from Ranjiang and finishing off towards Ryan. And the other flight path initiating from Xiaotin and finishing off towards Himei Both the flight paths, will help the teams to access Neox Factory and Yulin respectfully. And since there are two drop locations, so teams can access multiple drop locations. And due to which, I guess the recall phase will be a bit easy for teams for now. If we talk about team Ray Phoenix's Boba, he's heading towards Nashuan, I guess. So many teams heading towards Yulin, lesser teams heading towards New York's factory. And as usual, that OG strategy comes in to the play, where teams maintain 3-1 split in Rondo. One player heads towards the recall tower and other three players initiate fights. First circle has been initiated too, ladies and gentlemen, and first circle favoring the northwestern regions, the extreme northwestern regions of Rondo. 22 esports, they enter Yulin and they get a height advantage too. So in this prime area, if you get height advantage, half of the job is done. Now you have to just keep your aim good and keep on getting finishes for yourself. Steps in, focuses on to Cobra. K4W didn't get that confirmation. Did they knock out a player? I don't think so. ALP goes. Cobra, he's in open. Now he gets knocked out, and Paul will flush him out too. Steps in right now. He himself is knocked out. GE. They are into action. Kido got knocked out. That's G2 He's trying to go there. And G2 Service is caught off guard and open. He thought that there's just one opponent in front of him. So he just went ahead to finish him out. And GE giving him a reality check. Stepson will be flushed out, and K4W facing their first casualty. Not a permanent casualty, but a temporary one. The recall beacons will come into play. GC. Meanwhile, who are they fighting? They're fighting team Ray Phoenix, Kenchi. So much low he is. There's a jump shot. And now he's going to compromise. And Kenchi will be crushed between two players. Ray Phoenix. Just first game was great for them. But Miramar and Rondo till now has been miserable. But you never know. They can make a comeback too. Miramar, they got eliminated in the initial stages. And they wouldn't like to get eliminated here in Rondo in the initial stages as well. They need to do well in the upcoming fights. Machine gets caught in the jump shot. Pain Africa, that is. And Pain Africa is looking better than all the other days they've played. They are looking better today because they're winning fights. They're not getting eliminated with 0 finishes. They are winning fights on a very regular basis. And yeah, in Erangel as well, they won great fights. In Miramar as well, they won great fights. Here in Rondo, they've started off well. 2 eliminations in the recall phase. Guffix Old School. Oh, Nightmare is the last man standing. And Guffix Old School is about to get eliminated completely from this game. There's no player present on recall tower. Team update. Who are they going after? Well, they're going after multiple teams. For now, they are trying to take team out of this game. Carrot goes for the grenade. That was a bit too much cooked grenade. One spray, and that was enough to take down 2 players. Brilliant that was by Altaza. Flushes out both the players, and he's the last player of our team here in Neox Factory. Oh, this is test track, ladies and gentlemen. The last player of our team in test track. And no player is present on recall tower. So maybe he'll run back towards the recall tower to bring back his teammates into the game. 4KD Esports, they are eliminated from this game. 21st position, they are eliminated. So now 20 teams and 68 players are alive. ALP Esports in Ryan. Early knocking down Axel of SCP. SCP Esports, where are they? Are they eliminated from this game? And that would be too early to call. the elimination of SCP Esports. And in Yulin, K4W versus INF. SCP Gulzer gets knocked out. Kyorix Scary gets flushed out. And the recall phase, I guess it's over for QRX2. Hakatunda finding a recall chart to bring back their teammates into this game. SCP Esports had a miserable recall phase, I guess. 3 elimination, just they've secured. They need more. They needed more because, yeah, SCP Esports after first 2 games, they were not maintaining that great of a position on points table. So 100% they needed a great start, but they couldn't get one. And Gufex Soul School, they are not really serious about Rondo. They're never serious about Rondo. Always Gufex Soul School, they never send a player on a recall tar. They always go all in Rondo. And here Papa, well, he finds a glider for him and he's enjoying ETN. If it's Junior, I guess, who got knocked out. But no need to worry, Junior will get that revival. And just one team right now in New York's factory. New York's factory has been conquered by ETN. Yep. ETN conquers New York's factory. And Nord Esports, they are going after Pain Africa's Venomix. I hope he's not the last player of Pain Africa. Yep. He won't get any assistance in this fight. He's the only player of Pain Africa fighting Nord Esports. So much confident he is. He's ahead with his S12K, but he's so much slow. Goes for the jump shot again. And Ozone knocks down Venomix and gives him a reality check. Pain Africa, they're down to 2 now. Kylie's. What's wrong with Kylie's? 22 Esports, they'll be losing Kylie's. Facing a casualty. Robbie with a comeback. Needle will be humbled. For some time, maybe. And K4W will somehow manage to get a recall tar and bring back Needle into this game. So no need to worry. K4W, they're good. They're bouncing fast. But Paul gets flushed out too, and he's fighting. Hennessy will be finished out. INF Esports, they are eliminated from this game. Hinzella gets knocked out, steps in. He's the last man standing. And he's rushing towards a recall tar. Pain Africa. In a painful situation. Shaza is knocked out. Borny, last man standing for Pain Africa. The 2 players right below him. So, now probabilities of Pain Africa getting eliminated from this game, there are a lot. That too in the initial status. And the grenade of Frizzy knocking down Ishazo. Borny trying to pop in those bandages and make the situation manageable for him. He's trying to regain his health. But there's not much time left. Any bull for Miracle. Well, Frizzy, 4XZ gets knocked out. And GC is now completely focused on TBSS as they make a third party. And Pain Africa buys some time here. But the luck is favoring Pain Africa, isn't it? Today, especially. There is some luck factor with Pain Africa. Havana takes down a player, finishes him out immediately. Team GC, they're eliminated from this game. Inton was the last man standing, and he'll be taken down. Team GC gets eliminated, I guess. ALP Esports, immediately they'll be grabbing this opportunity, and they're up for this third party. Yep, Team GC, they're eliminated. TBS's, where just 2 players will be indulging in this fight. Nalbana, wow, barely survives the spray. Look at his HP. And that will happen more. Tanzo pulls a grenade. Albana heals himself. Tanzo goes for this grenade. Bofi is so much low. But Bofi with bare HPs knocks down Albana. And then he takes down Donzo too. You gotta be kidding me, Bofi. Incredible stuff by Bofi there. Knocks down 2 players in bare HPs. That's not easy at all. It just looks easy, but it's not at all easy. Kyrox, I guess he's trying to use the recall tar, but because of this EMP zone, recall cannot work. Pain Africa, are they eliminated from this game too? Yes. ALP Esports burning this lobby down to ashes. Second circle is about to finish off, and we are about to witness stage 3 of this Rondo game. ALP Esports has been incredible to now, But TBS's, they are gonna go for the recall. But if Alep Esports spots Gyrox trying to press the recall beacon, then maybe things might change. But they wouldn't be able to do that. K4W on the other end steps in. Well, he's in a 1v1 fight involved against Billy of ETN. Billy is so much low. Steps in. Not keeping in a pre-fire. Niddle takes down Unix. The help immediately arrives. And Billy now gets his eye on the last player of K4W. Steps in that was. K4W gets eliminated on 14th position, ladies and gentlemen. 13 teams. And 45 players alive. I guess the recall beacon has been used by TBS's, but that didn't really work because immediately after dropping TBS's, they're still in the same position where they started. And here comes in the third party too. Now Gyrox, a bit unlucky, gets stabbed in his back by Ray Phoenix. Oh, Danzo! Pump shotgun, incredible! Cobra, he's out of this game. 2 shots were enough. Take down Cobra completely. Where's Kabir? Far away from his teammates. Gyrox bleeds out to death. Maybe Kabir will bring him back to this game. But Ray Phoenix, they closed in. They won eliminations. Recall phase wasn't that great for them. So Ray Phoenix, they're into this compound and they're looking forward to eliminate all the teams present here. But Kabir didn't do his recall tie. He headed straight away towards this compound to assist his teammates. Oh, grenade was right on target. And that was Kenchi knocking down his own teammate, maybe, Ramil, with his own grenade. Kabir needs to watch himself. A lot of teams in the outer skirts can end up stabbing him. Veilcom knocking down Albana of Ray Phoenix. Albana of TBS's, I'm sorry. The flush hasn't come yet. Kabir pulls another grenade, but he's being so much hesitant. Mystic Esports. Sexy OG gets knocked out. Knocked out in a wide open area. QRX closing in. G2 so almost pulled a blunder there. Almost knocked out himself with his own grenade. And now QRX pressing hard on Mystic Esports. TBS's Kabir is the last man standing, and he's fighting Team Ray Phoenix. Spams that S1 play. Wayne on top. Low he is. Oh my god! Wayne on top with a flick. And he takes down Kabir. TBS's gets eliminated on 12th position. GE entered the same compound. And now GE, they are lacking in numbers. What, QRX? Are they eliminated from this game? Now Scary is the last man standing. For a second I thought that QRX had been eliminated. Mystic Esports. What a comeback. What a way to give your opponent a taste of his own medicine. Circle moves for a Eastern shift now. Almost all the teams are present inside the circle. Except 2. Except 3. ETN, even they are out. So, except 4 teams. All the other teams are present inside the circle. ALP Esports now, they're just prioritizing survival. Corner, well done. Corner. And ALP Esports is being completely submissive. One of the players of GE gets knocked out. Another player gets knocked out. There was Skiro who got flushed out first. And now GE, last man standing. And ALP Esports are eliminated from this game. ALP Esports have been eliminated. The last player of Team GE will try to use a recall beacon. He's trying to use those smokes. But there are still enemies present in that compound. Ray Phoenix, they're still holding there. And maybe Team GE won't be allowed to use their recall beacon. 10 teams now in a total of 24 players alive. God, Esports. They have a really good position inside the circle, though they are on the edge right now, but they have the higher ground advantage. And Team ASC playing very fast with just 3 eliminations across now. Staying away from drama and action. Survival-oriented game. Easily they'll be making it to the top 10. The lobby has been so much violent in this Rondo game. Team Dangerous Esports, they come out of nowhere. Kitty was about to get knocked out. Kitty survives. And it's God Esports versus Team Dangerous Esports. ASC trying to defend the compound. GE out of nowhere went for the slamming. And even GE, they recalled their players. Kido and Baba Yaga and other two will surviving. So Baba Yaga is knocked out. And Demon, the other two are surviving. And what? ASC, what were they doing? What was Shade doing there specifically? Did he know that there were players behind him? And Shade gets knocked out. That was a silly mistake he made. Logic is the last man standing. Kiddo goes for the spray grenade coming in. The retaliation. Dasko knocking down GE Demon. But AST, they were down to 2 players and not 1. Logic gets knocked out, but Dasko is still there. He will provide that revival. ASC doesn't need to worry. But they are drawing attention of other teams towards them. And they need to be careful about that. 220 meters. SCP is away from the circle. Not Jisha gets knocked out. And is it not Esports who got eliminated? Gaba is the last man standing. But they're not eliminated yet. But Baba Yaga gets knocked out by Dansko. And Dansko is just phenomenal with his grenades. Baba Yaga got a fresh revival, but again, to be forced to go down. Now ASC closing in. Kid gets knocked out too. Kid he's the last man standing using that hog. And he takes down 2 players in a spray. That is brilliant. Team GE, they win that war against Team ASC. That was such a long fight, but they finally win it. Now 8 teams and a total of 19 players surviving. And all the teams just holding on the edge of the circle. Not moving in deep in. But that's Gaba now. On the edge. Gaba will be taken down by loser, and Not Esports gets eliminated on 8th position. 7 teams now. 17 players just to move for a sudden shift. GE still inside the circle. SCP wants to enter. GE won't allow. Ray Phoenix. They successfully breached that compound of Team GE. God Esports will wait for now. They'll maybe enter the same compound, or maybe they'll hold the position they have right now, because they are present inside the circle. So don't really need to enter the compound, because eventually the circle will not favor that compound. Ray Nino gets taken down. Ray Neo gets taken down. Makes clear surviving for Ray Phoenix. A lot of responsibilities on this player. The keys of Ray Phoenix. Mystic Esports, which has 3 players. They've done a great job. Nimbus disadvantage, but decent amount of eliminations. I mean, every time, whenever Mystic Esports play out of 4 games, at least they try to get 1 winner in a chicken dinner. And in this game as well. G2 Sir gets knocked out. Leo Boy gets knocked out too. Leo Boy overcommitting there. 60 Boy is the last man standing. G2 Sir trying to crawl back. And it's going to be game over for 60 OGS. Axel takes it down. And that's the end. Mystic Esports gets eliminated on 7th position. Our 2 teams got eliminated. That's QR is getting eliminated on 5th position. Now 4 teams are alive. And a total of 11 players. Junior gets knocked out. Aero knocking down Scarlos of SCP. But SCP has 3 more players left. So this Carlos getting knocked out won't really bother SCP. Aero. He switches on to his grenades. And he makes connection on Josema. Spots Mess and knocks Mess down too. God Esports down to 1 player. That's Machine left. It still has enough time to revive knockdown player and then head towards the circle. Team GE, even they are now surviving with 3 players. It's a sandwich situation for Team GE. Machine knocking down Baba Yaga. Kid teaming. The 2 array of hopes surviving. And they will maybe avoid this revival over Baba Yaga and they'll focus on winning this game. Demon knocking down Machine. The retaliation has been done. Mess is the last player standing. Mess pulls that grenade. And this grenade is going to cost Team GE a lot. Damon so much low, and he's gonna get knocked out because of the blue zone. Kid is the last man standing, And Team GE, there was no need to go for that revival. But Mess is gonna get cooked too. And Mess gets finished out because of the blue zone. Better to get eliminated by the blue zone rather than giving your elimination to your opponent. SCP Esports Gulzar is the last player surviving. The 1v1 with Kid, and Kid won't disappoint. Kid wins that 1v1. SCP Esports there eliminated on third position. It's a 1v2. It's a 1v1 against Arrow, and Arrow is closing in. Kid with that S12K using the tree wisely, and my goodness! Kid with those constant peaks, confusing his opponent. And a winner, chicken dinner for Team GE. Kid with solo 8 eliminations and a total amount of 16 elims secured by Team GE from this game. What a finish. Hashtag 2 for ETN. And that's the end of match number 3, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have to take a short break now. And we'll be right back with match number 4. It's going to be a wrangle. Stay tuned. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is Prime Weekly Series Finals, Season 3 PUBG Mobile Tournament. And now, it's time for the last game of the evening. It's time for Erangel. And this is the main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. The flight path is here, initiating from the western regions of Georgiapur, finishing off towards the southern regions of Miltapa. The flight path currently favoring the central regions of Erangel map. And since this is the last game of the evening, can it be violent? Can teams play full rush in this last game? Can they go complete nuts and play aggressively, not caring about the position and the points, but just the eliminations? Can that happen? Well, Team Mystic Esports, they're heading towards the big city of Georgiapur. ETN dropping in the western city of Georgiapur. And I guess Team Dangerous as well, dropping in the Georgiapur western city. Team ETN, they've already secured a hashtag 2 in the last game, so maybe they are in contention. And if they are, they'll try to play passive. First circle has been initiated, favoring the Sosnovka military base island. Robbie immediately gets knocked out. And Team ETN, quite lucky there because the players found weapon before Team Dangerous. But two of the players of Team ETN been knocked out as well. Junior with a double barrel shotgun. It's not really a good resource for a close range fire. And a Molotov bothering Junior. Gets knocked out because of the DBS. Bazooka knocks him down. Final player is Aero, and he'll be taken down. And that's the end. Team ETN gets eliminated on 17th position with absolute ease. Team Dangerous will be winning that fight. Gyrox gets knocked out of TBS's. Danzo is the last man standing. It's Team GE in front of him. In the last game, Danzo knocked out a man. But Demon takes down Danzo, and that's the end of TBS as they get eliminated on 16th position now. There's 15 teams and 57 players are present in this game. And again, if we head on to Pachinki, SCP Esports, they might do the third party on GE. But by the time they'll close in, GE will be in a much more better state. So there's no point of closing in, I guess, then. Or they need a opening. Maybe they need an opening. K4W versus ASC happening. And not all the players are playing together. Maybe players are maintaining a split. Dansko is knocked out, and the flush will come in immediately by Team K4W. And one of the players of K4W, Nidil, is on the southern island. So K4W Esports, I guess they're taking precautions when they're already on the southern island. So if the circle favors Sosnovka military base completely, and if K4W Esports, they're not able to reach the circle, the solo player, that is Needle, will try to get the important placement points, will try to survive on Sosnovka military base island, and rest of the job will be done by him. That's the kind of strategy K4W is using. But now even K4W, they'll cross the bridge. Oh my goodness, what's wrong here? ASC, their vehicle. That is hilarious. Look at this. The vehicle is stuck in such a weird position that it cannot be taken out. I mean, the vehicle, you can use a UAZ, by the way, or a monster truck. But AAC gave up so quickly, and even puncturing the tires of the buggy, all the 4 tires, not even one, but all the 4 tires of the buggy. That just shows how much frustrated AAC players were after seeing that buggy getting stuck on that wall in the most unexpected way possible. ALP Esports, last game was pretty much good for them. They are going to fight Team God Esports, and one is the only man who's closing in. He's got some other things on his mind. God Esports. They are trying to move ahead. They are trying to close in. And Machine. They hit it to a different direction. One. Aiming on Mesh. And that was a poor vehicle tracing there. He had a red door. Tracing down a buggy. Not that much easy. But Bofi will get caught. 2 players pushing on him. And Bofi gets knocked out. That was Gino Roby knocking down Bofi. But Cobra might provide enough amount of cover. Oh, Gino in low HP's knocks down Cobra as well. Phenomenal that is. What is Gino made of? How did he do that? How did he just take such a small peak? None of the bullets got connected on him, but instead he knocked out his opponent. Such a great spray and control. Cobra gets knocked out. Cobra gets knocked out again. What's wrong with Alip Esports now? Mess closes in. And this grenade might flush out Cobra. The grenade will be a bit short. GE versus SCP happening at Pachinki. Demon getting frags. SCP, maybe they're down to 2. Yep, Excel is knocked out. Ryan and Bluezer. 2 surviving. And what's going to be the next move of SCP now? Are they going to step back from this fight? Oh, Ryan gets knocked out. And maybe Gluezer saw it coming, so... Now he is stepping down from this fight. He doesn't want to continue it. Because one thing is pretty much certain, that if you continue that fight, there's no way you're winning it. You're getting eliminated from the game. Ryan will be flushed out. Axel's still knocked out. They're asking for help, but you don't get it. Yes. Entering open area. And Mess versus Welcome that was. And Welcome won't lose. Not easy 1v1 against Mess. God Esports gets eliminated in 15th position. Ray Phoenix. They lost 3 of their players. Bob Ori, last man standing. Team GC, are they on a hunt? Will they reach Pachinki? Bruiser has already retreated towards the safe zone. Team GC doesn't have anything to win. Doesn't have anything to lose. And maybe this will give them wings. And they won't care about the result and go all in. But INF Esports, they're into action. On that farm strip, Hennessy gets knocked out. QRX Esports. Troubling. Team INF. And where is QRX? I thought they were on the southern island, but no, they are right next to INF, bothering them from the sidelines. First elimination has been secured by QRX. GC finishing Teddy. And who are they fighting? Well, a few minutes ago they were near Pachinki. A few seconds ago they were near Pachinki. And maybe they bothered Team Dangerous Esports there, yeah. Bazooka is the last player surviving. So this game now has become much more difficult for Bazooka. And all Bazooka has got to do is just get those placement. But what are you gonna do with those placement points? Even if you end up getting a winner chicken dinner, that winner chicken dinner is not gonna change anything. So I guess Bazooka should try to fetch out Aura here, and maybe she can go for fights and try to get finishes for herself. She can try to add some aura, some more glory to your name. Not Esports on the bridge. They've completely blocked the bridge and won't allow to any team now use this bridge to head towards Sosnovoka military base island. JC Esports, they wanted to cross the bridge, but now Not Esports, they are demanding a lot. And that's why GC Esports, they've stopped. They're taking a look. One thing is absolutely sure, that they are not going to compromise. Dazon, he is pretty much close to Team GC, and Team GC will be forced to step back. But 2 of the players of GC have already crossed the bridge. So this is something I cannot understand. 2 players, they're already on the Sosnovoka military base island, where even they are now, I guess, trapped inside that compound. And Team North Esports, they are squaring up upon Team GC, and Tim and his partner, Smoker. And Tim will be targeted. Triple B will find some connection there, and those connections weren't enough. Gaba 18 switches on to that grenade. Wasn't enough. QRX Esports, they're into action, and QRX Esports. Rayhanbot got knocked out. Hacker gets knocked out too. So retaliation now coming in. Even AOF Esports now trying to go for the third party. INF Esports, they are eliminated from this game on 14th position. But AOF Esports can add more frags. And that's why now they are checking out on this fight. One pulls this grenade. That's going to be a long distance. One has to calculate everything. And he has to use those grenades wisely. Because if QRX gets to know that somebody from close range is prioritizing grenades on them, they'll become more cautious. And it's very difficult to make QRX commit for a mistake or for a blunder. They don't usually make mistakes. It's a high profile team and they maintain their standards. So it's very difficult to make QRX commit for a mistake. So yeah, those grenades needs to be used wisely. 13 teams and 38 players are still in this game. QRX, I hope they've not faced any casualty till now. Yep. The top players have been knocked out, have been revived. QRX Esports, they are as healthy as before. But maybe now, that was ALEP Esports who was squaring up upon Team QRX. They have retreated. Maybe they've increased the distance with QRX. Welcome. At that off-guard angle. Well, he checks out a spray there on Hacker. Doesn't get any opening, doesn't get any positivity with that spray. And third circle is about to begin. So much passiveness we've seen till now in this last game lobby. Usually the last game lobby is not this much cautious or careful about the results. The last game lobby usually is very much hardcore. That didn't happen in this game. And now Nord Esports versus Team Mystic Esports. Karki along with G2 Sir, Leo Boy attacking Nord Esports. The zone gets knocked out. Maybe Baba will have to close in too. He'll need to step up too. Baba gets knocked out. Ojisha versus Karki. Karki was healing and Ojisha climbs up that truck, knocks down Karki. Ojisha versus two players of Mystic Esports, G2 Sir and Leo Boy. And Ojisha with this Molotov can turn the tide, turn the direction of this fight, but that Molotov won't work, won't connect. And it will take time for Triple P to move ahead maybe. And that was a dangerous situation for Ojisha, and Ojisha steps back. You know, Ojisha trying to like create an angle from the sidelines. Yep. Leo Boy might become a target of Ojisha. And Ojisha has been spotted now. The vehicle has been caught on flames. Ojisha now has to be careful with her spray, because if Ojisha gets knocked out, then it will be just Triple P surviving for Nord Esports. And Ojisha won't be saved as well. Kafek Old School till now. They've not invested them into fights. But QRX Esports just swimming against the tide always. And they take the initiative and they start going after Team OSJ. And QRX lost 3 of their players. Hacker is the last one standing. And from back in eras, maybe 22 Esports will attack Hacker, surprisingly. The guy moves a bit more closer. And Hacker trying to make this situation manageable for himself. Trying to use whatever he has to get over Team OSJ, but that didn't really happen. QRX gets eliminated on 11th position. Gufix Old School survives. 7 eliminations for Gufix Old School. Stage 3 has been initiated, ladies and gentlemen, and within 51 seconds we'll be witnessing Stage 4. And the lobby is still pretty much cautious. But Gafek Soul's crew won't be allowed to cross the bridge, the Nowhere Epnoi bridge. But if they head to his military base bridge, even there is a huge fight going on. Triple P doesn't have much healings, just 2 bandages he has. Mystic Esports. Smoke pathway they are trying to create, maybe. Don't they have a vehicle? If they do, then yeah, they need to rely on the reflexes and eliminate this threat named as Triple P. Uh-oh, it's Team GE coming from behind. And now it's a sandwich situation for Mystic Esports. Kid knocks down Leo Boy. T2 Sir, the last man standing, and again, Mystic Esports finds themselves in a miserable spot. And GE is closing in. T2 Sir switches on to that S12K. T2 Sir will be taken down. It's Steven using an MK. A 9th position, Mystic Esports gets eliminated. But Jisha is so much low. And maybe your Jisha will be finished out too, but oh my goodness! This is pure brutality. Oh, Jisha switching the seat. And with so much accuracy knocking down Kid, I guess, of Team GE. That was Baba Yaga who got knocked out. My goodness. That was a brilliant spray. But Team GE has plenty of time to revive their players. And Kid is, I guess, chasing down Ojisha as well. Just 8 teams and 20 players alive. ALP Esports, they've secured a compound. And Ojisha comes in. Welcome! Wow, almost welcome. Made a mess there. With his teammate having his back. ALP Esports gets their 6th elimination. And Naughty Esports gets eliminated on 8th position. Yep, ALP Esports got their 6th elimination. 7 teams now. 19 players alive. And this is a huge dry air. Teams are holding for now. And this is where teams should have gone crazy. But teams playing so much cautiously, playing very passive. ASE Esports, my goodness, look at them. No elimination they've secured. Shade gets knocked out. Logic and Chris is the 2 surviving. SCP gets eliminated on 7th position. Logic, what a tracing that was with an M249 4-time scope. Inzada gets knocked out, but Logic will be pinned down too. Chris is the last man standing, healing himself. Paul steps up. Chris surprises him. Chris moves ahead. And he'll be taken down by the grenade of Core. Core got knocked down, but his grenade was still there present. And ASC gets eliminated on 6th position. 22 Esports versus GE. Higley gets knocked out. Pinpoint grenades by Kid. He's good at peeking too. We saw in the last game that 1v1 was brilliant by Kid. And now the last player surviving of Team 22. Bailey surviving at 10 HP. He's trying to flush out. And Kid does put the final nail in the coffin. That's the end for 22 Esports. They're eliminated on 5th position. 4 teams, 11 players. K4W Esports, they heard the gunshots. And K4W's attention has been drawn by GE. Baba Yaga gets knocked out. Random spray through the smoke. Kiddo gets knocked out because of the Rano. The last player sitting in that corner. He pops in that first aid. And maybe now. Oh no! He's just sitting there in the corner and he'll be spotted now. But Core gets knocked out. He'll try to flush him out. But Hinzada won't let that happen. Team G gets eliminated on 4th position. And now K4W is the only team who won my heart in this game. Because they played so much aggressively. And they're going to finish this game very soon. ALP Esports versus K4W. Which is a 3rd team. That's Boba Ori. And I guess in this game, 3rd position will be secured by Team 13, that is team. Ray Phoenix. Ray Phoenix will get hashtag 3 for them. Paul gets knocked out. Alep Esports engages into that fight. One gets knocked out. Niddle doing a great job. Welcome is the last man standing. Changes the seat again. Finds the connection. And now he's running for his life. And Alep Esports, they're being mauled by K4W. Welcome will be taken down by himself. And that's the end. K4W eliminates Alep Esports on 3rd position. And now it's a 1v3 fight. Baba Ori just moving towards the circle on his feet. Hides inside that bush. This is unnecessary, Baba Ori. This is absolutely unnecessary. What is he trying to do? But come on now. It's a final 1v3 left, Baba Ori. Nobody spotted him till now. And how long is he gonna wait here? Inside this small bush. And the point? I don't understand the point of him holding here. What are you gonna get? Well, Ray Phoenix, they got a winner chicken dinner in the opening game. They think that if they get another winner chicken dinner, they'll end up winning more cash for them. Maybe that's the point behind Bob Ori holding so much. Because players, they don't really hold so much if there is just one final fight left. But Bob Ori thinks differently here. Nobody has driven their vehicle. Nobody has checked this bush out. And Bob Ori now might get eliminated because of the blue zone. Is he trying to go for that heal battle? But this is insane. This is insane. And now he steps. No way. The attempt at spray hints out is so much low. And Bob Ori will be taken down. That's the end. It is all over. K4W gets a winner chicken dinner with a total amount of 13 events. And I hope you all guys have enjoyed. And if yes, make sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button. Now, I'll be taking a leave, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be meeting tomorrow. Till then, bye-bye, good night, and take care.